This is my Joy Luck Club project. I have my father here, Yuba Satterfield. My name is Bomani Satterfield. May 15th, 2022. Father, my first question for you is going to be, what similarities do you see between you and your children?
Enthusiasm for life, work ethic, the habits of reading, and kindness and being polite.
If you could go back, what advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
Make sure that you continue to enjoy life and always remain patient. You can have everything, but you will not have everything all at the same time or at one time. So just be patient. That's what I would share with my younger self.
Describe your childhood.
My childhood was happy, joyous, and filled with discipline and goal-oriented, and that was because of the presence of having both my mother and my father, my older sister, who's the oldest, and my brother. My childhood was a good one.
Speaking about your parents, what was your relationship like with your parents?
My relationship with my mother is the first example of my first girlfriend, a woman who is helpful, warm, open, receptive. My relationship with my father was filled with discipline, getting better, self-improvement, and being helpful to others, the ability to have enough personal skill to serve others. You know, the more you could do for yourself, you could do more for others. So yeah, that's my relationship with both my mother and my father.
What is the most difficult decision you've ever had to make?
The most difficult decision that I've ever had to make, saying no to a lifelong and really good friend over a professional or financial opportunity, but I just had to say, because he's such a good friend of mine, I just had to say no and not be swayed by the emotions of our relationship. So that, in recent history, that was one of the most difficult decisions I had to make, and I voiced that. If you recall, I expressed that to our family.
Describe how you and your spouse met. When did you know she was the one?
I knew she was the one when you were born. And how we met, it was beautiful because she loves traveling and so do I. So our hearts met on the road, you know, just enjoying ourselves, life, and the world. So we have that in common and still do. So get us to Georgia. Do your best you can. Play your baseball. Get us to Georgia.
Did you have a best friend while you grew up?
Yes, I had several best friends, and unknowingly. But as an adult and as a father, having best friends taught me that I was likable and was able to be influenced by good people, and they allowed me to be of influence to them, so it was easy for us to be fast friends and long friends.
Are you still in contact with your friends from your childhood?
Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, I spoke with one of my childhood friends a week ago. I spoke with another good friend as recently as today through text message, but not many. And I may have, at this time in my life, maybe 4 good childhood friends that we occasionally keep up with each other in some sort of routine fashion.
What advice would you give to future generations?
Do better than we are doing, you know, and I know the responsibility and obligation was placed on our shoulders to do better than the generation that preceded us. But you know, at 52 years on the planet, son, I'm seeing too many things that are reoccurring. If you're any kind of student of history or some sort of revisionist, you just get fatigued with seeing the same malevolent human behavior. So my message to future generations is be better than we are now to each other and for each other.
Describe a day that stood out from your childhood.
When my mother and father put me on an airplane by myself to go meet my father, he was a musician out on the road, so to fly at 6 years old by myself, I thought was the most fantastic thing. I thought I was a grown-up.
If you could relive any day of your life, what day would it be and why?
Well, I would love to relive 3 days of my life if you would allow me to change the question. The day I married your mother, the day you were born, and the day your brother was born. If I could relive all those days, it would give me the most excitement.
Our final question, is there anything you wish you would have done differently in your life?
Anything done differently? That's a tough one because I feel fortunate. I don't want to change the question by saying, listen, I'm happy and I'm thankful for everything that I am, that I have, and what I'm able to do. So I still believe that I'm on a magic carpet ride that has yet to be ended. So I don't know, man. I do the best I can to exploit every opportunity. So I don't know. To do something differently, if it was bad, I learned something. If it was good, I also learned something. So much of what happened to me before you, son, allowed me to speak to you the way that I do. So I don't know.
Well, thank you for your time, and hope to do many more chats like this.
Bomani, my time is always yours. I love to help, and you continue to be the great man that you are. Get us to Georgia. Get an invite.